This is the fourth week of the London Draft League, and in the last video, we faced against this team with the Galarian Weezing Annihilate Deoxys Speed team. A bit of a rock, paper, scissors moment and lost the match overall. A bit unfortunate, but we still managed to get off the Paris song gimmick, so yeah. Really, I mean, they did play a bit risky, but like it paid off, so good for them. This week, we're going to face against a really scary team, probably the hardest team to deal against, which is Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Incineroar, Sneasel, Clefable, Tornadus, Therium, Slowking, Ariados, and Copperajah. Anyone who plays VGC knows that Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Incineroar, Sneasel is the craziest or the hardest combo to be against. Raging Bolt with the Calm Mind, Terra Fairy, Draco Meteor, Thunderclap, Thunderbolt is really strong. Rillaboom, obviously, Fake Out, U-Turn, Wood Hammer, Grassy Surge. Incineroar is literally the biggest wild card ever. Fake Out, Parting Shot, Knock Off, Will-O-Wisp, Protect, Taunt. So many utility. And Direct Claw Sneasel is really annoying. And Clefable is a bit of an interesting situation here. It can be a really mean, very evil support more, but you can always go for Terra Fairy Moonblast, which can be pretty bad. Tornadus Therian is usually a Tailwind setter, Slowking Trick Room setter, and Ariados, I'm not sure what's going on, and Copperajah is a pretty scary one under Trick Room, which is usually what my team really wants to go against. So we gotta be a bit more careful with the Copperajah. So the team I have this week is as follows. Obviously, we have these Pokemon that we've been using quite a lot. Chi-Yu with the Ghost Terra, Choice Scarf, Snarl, Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, Overheat with plus speed, minus attack, and full speed, full special attack. 4 HP EVs. Iron Hands with the Clear Amulet to block Intimidate mainly, and also to prevent Parting Shot, and they have to spend a turn to knock off my item in order to do that intimidating cycle. Fake Out, Drain Punch, and Wild Charge. You can see my Terra is Ground Terra because the Raging Bolt, Sneasel, and Copperajah and Incineroar are weak to ground. So hopefully if we set a Trick Room, we can always try out Terra Ground perhaps if Rillaboom is not on the field. That can be a bit tricky to deal with, but I think we can potentially get that going. Plus attack, minus special attack, full HP, full attack. Cresselia with the Covert Cloak to block Fake Out, with a Trick Room, Lunar Blessing, Psychic Atlas Switch. This is to mainly block Fake Outs and any potential secondary effects. Psychic is for the Sneasel, which is 4 times weak to Psychic, and Trick Room. Lunar Blessing heals both sides and status conditions, and Atlas Switch is a very evil and a bit of a mind game situation here. And we are plus defense, minus attack, full HP, full defense, full HP, full defense EVs. We did not actually invest on any special. We didn't invest in any special defense. So stuff like Raging Bolt, mainly Raging Bolt, is a bit more complicated to deal with. So we're gonna be careful with Raging Bolts. But other Pokemon should be fine. Incineroar, we're gonna be careful. It's a Dark type, and yeah, I think everything else should be okay. Baxcalibur, we've got the loaded dice to get the 5-hit Icicle Spear. We've also got Ice Shard, Protect, and High Horsepower, mainly because lots of Pokemon weak to ground on their team, so having High Horsepower really is a good defensive, really is a good measure against the potential Fire type, Incineroar especially, and the Copperajah. And plus speed, plus attack. That's it. Serendipity, a mon that we've also used quite a lot actually, with the Citrus Berry, Tailwind, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, Protect. I used to run U-Turn, but I no longer do that because I feel like there's not really a reason to really go for U-Turns usually. I put Sludge Bomb there just to try and counter the Rillaboom, because if Rillaboom is no longer on the field, then Terra Blast from the Iron Hands can blast off quite well and quite easily. Full HP, full defense. And Tera Steel. As you meant, Tera Ghost, Tera Ground is Iron Hands, Tera Fairy Cresselia, Tera Fairy Baxcalibur to block Draco Meteors potentially, and Fezandipiti's Tera Steel. Orform is our last Pokemon with a Tera Fairy. Same as usual, Shed Tail, Body Press, Iron Head, and Protect with leftovers, full HP, full defense. So yeah, we're actually quite frail against the Raging Bolt. We do not have much. Yeah, we do not have much like special defense investment on any of these. So Raging Bolt could potentially be a big issue, especially with the Beads of Ruins, which lowers the special defense of all ally and opposings by a quarter. This can get quite tricky, especially when Thunderclap is a priority move, and if you use an attacking move, the move will hit. So hopefully Ground Terror can really get into play here. And generally, I think the leads we can think of is always, for example, Iron Hands, Cresselia. Could be Chi-Yu, Baxcalibur potentially. Or we can just go a bit more defensively with the Iron Hands, Fezandipiti. Or we can just go full on out with Tailwind, so like Chi-Yu, Baxcalibur, Fezandipiti, Cresselia. Or we can go Iron Hands, Crest, Orform, and probably put Baxcalibur at the back. There are a lot of ways to play this team, but ultimately, the major four, the Bolt, Rilla, Sin, and Sneasel are the major problems. I feel like they might not bring the Sneasel just because there's Cresselia, and also Steel types cannot be poisoned, and then Fezandipiti is a poison type, and Lunar Blessing and heal status conditions quite well. So I think they will not bring the Sneasel. So they're definitely going to bring Copperajah. They're going to bring Bolt for sure, Rilla, and then Sin. But they might bring the Clefable, and they're probably going to bring the Slowking. I don't think they're going to bring the Tornadus, and I don't see why they would bring the Ariados in any situation. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's it for the team. Chi-Yu, Iron Hands, Crest, Baxcalibur, Fezandipiti, and Orform. And let's get into the games. Alright, we're just waiting for our opponent to accept the challenge. Let's see how we do. I'm pretty nervous for this matchup, honestly. This is probably the most difficult matchup. And if I don't win the next 3 battles, I don't think I can actually go through the next round. So we are just trying our absolute best here and see how things go. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Tornadus, Clefable, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, Slowking, and Copperajah. Very, very interesting battle. So, go Water Terra, and Water Terra. Okay, Fairy Terra, Clefable, Fairy Terra on the Slowking. Okay. I think we can kind of tell Baxcalibur is not too good against all of this. Chi is also pretty bad of all the Water Terrors. I just want to go pretty standard and see how it is. I'm going to go Iron Hands Crest to lead. And then I'm going to bring the Orform. And I'm just going to end with the Fezandipiti. I just want to see if we go a bit defensive and see how we do. So Iron Hands Crest to lead. Bolt, Slowking. Yeah? Pretty standard. Okay. I'm just going to let them set a Trick Room if they really want to. I'm just going to fake out the Raging Bolt. And I'm going to Psychic the Raging Bolt. Let's see what goes on. So fake out. We'll get the Flinch. Pretty decent damage. Oh. Okay. Okay. This is pretty bad. Let me just quickly check what heal block actually does. Because I kind of don't remember what it does. Restricts the target from healing in certain ways for 5 turns. So let me just quickly check. Can I get healed? Okay. Good to know, good to know. I'm gonna go for the Pheasantipity. And I'm just gonna go for another Psychic. Okay, Psychic Noise is pretty bad here. Draco Meteor. Okay. Eject Pack. Trick Room. Okay. Draco Meteor and Trick Room. Okay. So Trick Room is up now. I'm pretty sure they're... Yeah, both their Pokemon are pretty slow in this case. So I'm just gonna Protect. And I'm gonna Psychic again just to see what they actually do. Helping Hand, okay. Okay. Helping Hand. And this will be Copperajah. And this will be Iron Head. Okay. Let's get the Orphan in. And then I think we should probably just Lunar Blessing. Yeah, doesn't seem like I can win this round because the Psychic Noise did more than I thought, and I tried to go a bit defensive. Psychic Noise, I never thought about that. Yeah, Iron Head. Psychic Noise. Again. Okay. So let's get the Pheasantipity in. Let's try and body press the Copperajah. We're gonna Steel Terror. And we're going to Sludge Bomb the Slowking. So Copperajah actually does a lot of damage. Okay, that's a bad crit. Okay. let's just go for a double protect here. Helping Hand, that's fine. And Iron Head, fine. Okay. Now, let's try an Iron Head, the Slowking. Let's see if we can get a flinch. And I think Dazzling Gleam would take out. Okay, Incineroar, that's fine. Okay. I think the Copperajah is probably choice band because the Copperajah just keeps clicking Iron Head in that situation. We're gonna go for the protect on the Orpheum. And then we're going to switch in the Iron Hands. Okay, it's fine. Fine. Absolutely fine. So Incineroar is Flare Blitz. Okay, this I think we might be able to win, but this is actually kind of tricky. And they haven't terrored yet. So let me just quickly look at the terrors again. So the Incineroar is Water Terror. I think we should just like go all in on the Slowking, honestly. So Iron Head the Slowking, and we're also going to Wild Charge the Slowking. Okay. So is my Incin. So I might be faster than Incin. I'm just gonna protect here. Flare Blitz, it's fine. Trick Room, okay. Bolt. Okay. This is really weird. The Raging Bolt is slower under Trick Room. Why is that? Okay. We actually almost won that. Wow. Okay. Let's have a quick think. Psychic Noise is a problem. Ground Terror kind of solves the problem. I think... Yeah, let's go. So what I'm thinking is... Oh, what did you set a timer on? What I'm thinking is if... Because that Psychic Noise is pretty annoying. Cresselis doesn't do that much if they go for that again. So if we just go all in and just... If we go Iron Hands, Chi Yu... And then if we have Orform, I think Orform did a lot in that battle. And then if we have Cress, let me think about this. Yeah. This looks like a great lead. This looks like a great lead for me. Okay, so since we're in a timer, gotta do this quickly. This is definitely fake out into someone. I think the best way to do this is literally just Heat Wave. So Heat Wave both, and we bring in the Cress. Okay, fake out. We expected that. And oh, we missed Heat Wave, of course. Nasty plot. Okay. Oh gosh, okay, that is pretty bad. This is pretty bad actually. Heat Wave again. And we just go big Psychic. No, I think we just Heat Wave and Lunar Blessing, honestly. Okay. Bleak Wind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I lost. That heat wave mist actually cost me the battle. Oh, this is so bad. That Bleak Wind actually one shot. If I landed both Heat Wave, that Tornado is dead already. I think I need to fake out the Tornadoes. And we try and Psychic the Torn. Protect. Darn it. Okay. We need to get a miss on. Oh no, they're gonna go for follow me actually. So there's actually no point. We'll just try our best. Yeah, we need the double Bleak Wind Mist, I think. And this taunt is not helping at all. Just Wild Charge. And I'm gonna bring the Orform in. Yep, follow me. That's a double Bleak Wind. Yeah, I lost. That Heat Wave Mist cost me the entire game. Oh, this is so bad. This is unlucky. Oh. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, I lost. Like. Yeah. Oh my god. You cannot be serious. Heat Wave miss. Oh, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I have nothing to say. I don't even need to conclude this. Heat Wave mist cost me the game. If Heat Wave landed twice, if a double Heat Wave hit it twice, Tornado's faint, something else comes in, I would have actually have a good shot. I don't know what to say. I lost the I missed the Heat Wave and I lost the battle. No, I don't know what to say. I'm not even getting a conclusion because there's no conclusion at all. The game one I almost won was so close. Game two is literally Heat Wave miss, lost the game. I have nothing to say. That's it.